Hey everybody, give it a second here, give it a minute here. Um, I'm still getting all my YouTube and everything set up on stand. There we go. Lots of moving parts tonight, guys. Okay, there we go. So, right out the gate, I'm just going to shoot one of these off, probably scare myself in the process. Yep, I'm going to scare myself. Jesus Christ. Yep. Only doing one of those. Only doing one of those. So, celebrating my birthday today, instead of doing a vacation, I decided, did that scare you, Rocky? Did that scare you? It's okay. It's okay. So, instead of going on a vacation, I decided I want to take. I didn't see any confetti. I see Nate commenting on that. I was debating about shooting it at the camera, but I was worried what that would do to the computer. And that was a lot louder in the dorms than I expected it to be. So hopefully that didn't cause any problems. But yeah, only going to do one of those. Right out the gate, though, I do want to thank Nate from Land Cloud Adventures for sending everyone this way. Give me a second here, guys. Can you hear an echo on YouTube at all? I could hear audio coming through my PC, but it says it's muted, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I want to make sure. Can hardly hear you. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm still learning how all this stuff works. Debbie says, yes, we can hear it. Okay, I'm just going to run with it. I'm not sure why I'm hearing audio on my end, but I'll ignore it. No echo, but you could speak up a little bit. Okay, perfect. So, thank you guys for all coming in tonight. Um, again, thank you to Nate for helping me set this up and getting everybody in here. Really big night tonight. And as he mentioned, I am going to be giving away um actually more than $100. So let me take all this stuff off here, guys. I see that audio is really low. So I'm going to put a headset on with a mic and hopefully that helps clear it up a little bit. But before I do that, I do have to make a little bit of a mess. So my sister donated $20 to my business today, with the catch that on tonight's live stream, I have to take a piece of my birthday cake and shove it in my face. So I'm going to go do that right now, give you guys a little bit of a show, give you guys a little bit of a laugh, clean up, and I'll throw that mic on and hopefully you guys can hear me a little better. So, without further ado, my wonderful, wonderful oldest sister, Adriana. I love you, but you're also a pain. And when you heard I was doing a live stream with a bunch of people, I can't blame you for taking the opportunity to do this. Thank you for the donation, Adriana. Debbie, is that a poke cake? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. A poke cake? Oh, clean this up here so I can get that mic on and you guys can hear me a little bit better. Siblings. What can I say? Jeez. Oh, trust me, Lucky. As soon as this live stream ends, I'm going to be eating that cake. Poke cake is one of my favorite cakes. I have not had it in 10 plus years, so I'm going to be digging in after the live stream here. Give me a second, guys. I'll plug this in, and hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better.
Okay, how's that? Is the audio a little bit better now? That is way better. Okay, thank you. I will do that then. Um, so lots of moving parts tonight. I will bake you a poke cake for your birthday and send it to you. I would love that, Lucky. I am I am gonna enjoy this. But I saw earlier, I think it might have been Michelle. Someone asked how old? Yep, Michelle. Are you like 18 years old? So I am 24 years old today. And 2 years ago, I celebrated my birthday having a fear of heights. I decided to go skydiving. That was my first year out as a nomad, and that is how I celebrated my birthday back then. Really, the first kind of celebration on YouTube for my birthday. The second year, I did a movie, and it was about a guy who traveled the West Coast to Arizona, and he had a dog with him. I thought that was very fitting for me, and one of my favorite things to do is watch movies. I love to go to a movie theater and just sit back and relax, and nothing else kind of matters in that moment. So I did that last year, as well as one of my favorite hikes, going up Lone Tree and watching the sunset there. Thank you all for the happy birthdays. So this year, as I was saying, I'm going to be um, doing something a little bit unique. When I started this channel, you guys have heard me talk about getting outside of your comfort zone and living life to the fullest. But another aspect of this channel and my overall business is supposed to be about making a positive impact. Now, one of the things I always did when I was younger was I would always put others before myself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But in any way, shape, or form, I always put others before myself. I really never took a mental break for myself. So when I started this channel, it was supposed to be about kind of balancing that, living my life to the fullest, doing stuff that I want to do, but also continuing to help people and also grow my impact, how many people I can positively impact in my lifetime. So this is a video that over the past 2 years, I haven't really done anything like this, and I'm so thankful I am now in a position where I can. Instead of going on vacation, I basically took $500 and I donated it in various forms. That includes what Nate was talking about for those of you who saw on his channel. I am going to be doing actually two winners tonight. We're going to have one main winner, and the winner gets to pick a charity of their choice, and I will donate $100 to that charity. The second winner will also get to do the same thing, a charity of their choice, and I will donate $50 to that charity. So we're going to do two winners at the end of this live stream, and I'm going to give away $150 to your guys' charities because you guys support me. You have helped me grow this channel, and you continue to do so. So that is kind of my way to give back. So the reason I specifically picked $500 is back in, uh, God, I don't even, it was Christmas Day, actually. Christmas Day, for those of you, I know Nate purchased my book. I don't know if he got this far in the book. I broke down in New Mexico on Christmas Day with the bus. I ended up reaching a point where I did not have a single penny to my name and I was relying on donations. And one of those donations I received was from my grandparents. They donated $500 to me to help me get the bus back on and just get back on my feet again as soon as possible. Now, my grandparents, being my grandparents, as soon as I got back from Arizona, I tried to pay them back and they just would not allow that. So, since they won't allow me to do that, I decided, hey, you know what? I am in a place right now where I have a stable income. I have a roof over my head. I am not stressing a lot over money right now. Why not give away some money? So I have a video here, a pre-made video, so I could talk with you guys in chat while this video is playing. But I'm hoping this video gives a couple ideas of how you can make a positive impact. It doesn't have to necessarily be $100 here or $100 there. I did some smaller good deeds, and I also want to just show you guys, for those of you who have supported this channel, who have supported me, who have went out and bought some of my t-shirts, sent me donations through PayPal. For those of you who have bought my book, not only are you supporting my business and helping me grow this channel, but this video will also give you an idea of what are some of the good deeds that I do with the money that I receive. So let me just share my screen here. I did test this out, so hopefully we should be good to go. And I'm going to talk with you guys in chat. Actually, for those, that's something I was going to mention. So thank you, Nate, for mentioning that again. Please type in chat what charity you will pick if you win. I would love to hear all the different ideas. Just hearing some of Nate's, hearing some of the Nomad kind of related. That's something I was kind of looking back on, trying to find something Nomad related, but I didn't really know very many. So thank you, Nate, for sharing those. I personally am going to look into those a little bit more in the future. So without further ado, I'm going to get in this video and you guys can see how I celebrated my birthday. I see Debbie is saying no sound. I was a little worried about that. I tried it earlier, but I don't know. I'm still learning this StreamYard stuff here. Okay, so we're going to scrap the video. We're going to scrap that because I have no idea why it's not working this time around. Luckily enough, I did kind of prepare for that. Let me just move the stream over here so I could look directly at you guys instead of off to the side. So, okay. One of the first things I did when I first started as a student here at Gogebic Community College, I was in calculus and I had a classmate named Adam Mazurk. I got to give him a big shout out because this is a cause that I've been trying to figure out how I could help and impact in some way for quite some time now. And he was able to come to the college and collect donations and be able to do this. So back in November, Adam has connections to Ukraine, and he ended up raising solar powered lights, power banks, just clothing, some shoes, and he went to some of the orphanages and some of the um, camps over in Ukraine, and he loaded up a 15-person van with all of these donations and went to Ukraine and basically brought all these donations over there. That's what I'm thinking too, Debbie. But I'll just talk about it. I mean, the video I was going to show pretty much was the same outside of just showing you guys exactly what the products and stuff were, but I'll explain her. Take a minute here. Michelle posted that she would do breast cancer research in honor of my sister. She has breast cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. I've had family who have had breast cancer as well. My great grandma, and it's never easy. I wish her the best of luck with her chemotherapy. So, as a nomad, I always specifically kind of wanted to help Ukraine. I felt like, I'm about getting out and seeing the world and want to make a positive impact, so I thought it would be cool to help Ukraine in some way. And Adam did this back in November. So, what he did is beginning of February, he put a couple boxes in Linquist. That's basically the gym building here at the college, as well as our ACES Center, which is basically kind of the study center for our students. He was basically collecting the same thing again: letters, artwork for some of the orphans, as well as thermal clothing and some lights, solar powered lights or rechargeable lights, as well as like some rechargeable battery packs, stuff like that. So what I did is I ended up taking $105 for that, and I went to our local Walmart and I bought two LED lights. One of them was a heavy duty light that I actually use on the road as a nomad. It lasts about 16 hours. So I ended up picking like 4 big items, but all of these lasted from anywhere from 16 hours to the battery pack I ended up getting actually charges for up to 92 hours. And I think it said it could charge a phone within half an hour. So my idea with that was kind of quality over quantity. If I wanted this stuff going to Ukraine, I wanted to be able to basically just really, I didn't want to give them a power bank that they're constantly going to have to worry about charging all the time. Lucky says mine is 22 for a day, something very near and dear. That is another good one. Tim said one. I would like to support if I win Vets to Vets United, a nonprofit organization created to unite veterans and dogs for a common goal: improving and saving lives. That is a good one, Tim. I haven't heard of that. I like that. That's up my alley. So I ended up getting 2 LED lights. I got a power bank, and there was one other item I ended up getting, I believe, as well, but donated $100 to that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't find it quick and easily. So that was the first option, donating $105 to Ukraine, aid for Ukraine. Now, the second cause hit really close to home for me. For those who don't know, last Wednesday, my childhood dog, Nala, had to be put down. So, this was something that kind of caught me off guard, and it's just another reminder as to why we should cherish every single day and live life to the fullest because, again, tomorrow is never guaranteed. I know I say that a lot. I know I'm kind of preaching right now, but yeah, last Wednesday, my childhood dog, Nala, had to be put down. So, in memory of Nala, what I ended up doing is I went to our local animal shelter, Hope Animal Shelter, and they had a list of supplies that they were asking for donations. The donations that they were desperately in need of were all in bold. So I went out and I basically got every single bold donation that was on their list, such as Pine Sol, catnip, dog toys, dog treats, cat litter, bleach. I bought 4 cat beds, uh, garbage bags. And that's again something that you don't necessarily need to drop $150 like I did, but trash bags. Go spend $15 on, I think it was a 80 pack I bought for them. $15, they were in desperate need, and it goes a long way. It really goes a long way. And that animal shelter, they do not put any of the pets down. So that is an animal shelter that, between that and getting a lot of my pets there throughout my life, that is one I'm always going to um, donate and help out. Debbie said I would donate to a humane society. I adopted Shadow there, had an injured front leg that they had to amputate. They tried for a month to save it. Lots of care and expenses before he came to be ours. That's awesome. It's always nice when you could find those really good humane societies and those really good pet shelters. And I do want to mention that too. I saw Lucky was saying the 22 a day. For those who don't know, that is what it goes to 22 veterans every single day and their lives. So that is a really good charity as well. Thank you, Tim. It it really caught me off guard, but I'm trying to take every single day, sometimes hour at a time, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So that's what I did. I went to our Hope Animal Shelter and I donated all of those supplies in memory of Nala, $150 worth of supplies, bringing the total donated so far to $250. Tim, from one disabled vet to another, thank you for your service. Lucky, thank you both for your service. Lucky, my heart breaks for you, Kobe. Losing a fur baby isn't easy, and it seems even harder when you've had them for so long. The really good part of it, really, I mean, if you can say that, is that um, she was about 15 years in age. So I'm 24, just turned 24 today, and she was 15 years old pretty much. So that just tells you how long she has been in my life, and it really, again, yeah, it really caught me off guard. And but she lived a long and happy life. So the next, trying to think here, there was no other big donations at this point because I wanted to also kind of like inspire people that it's okay. I understand that people aren't going to have $100 here, $100 there to just be constantly dropping on charities and good deeds and such stuff like that. So I started transitioning to some of the littler things. I ended up going and I bought my mom a bouquet of flowers for $10 and I surprised her with a bouquet of flowers. So if there's someone like you care about, someone you love, if there's anyone in your life, surprise them with a bouquet of flowers. Doesn't have to be super expensive. But another trick that I'm going to do at some point, take the bouquet of flowers and head to like downtown of whatever town or city you're in. If there's an activity or an event going on, hang outside of the building or just hang out where there's a lot of foot traffic and hand out free flowers. Maybe you pay $10 for a bouquet of roses and then you hand out a rose to people as they walk past you. It doesn't have to be anything super big or super, like, it doesn't have to be that way. Another big one, and I'm curious to see what Nate thinks of this, being a nomad himself. I would always do laundry mats as a nomad because it's kind of like, how else do you do your clothes? So I went and I changed in a bunch, I think $50 worth, changed it all into quarters. And what I did is I took 2 Ziploc bags and I brought them to the laundromat and I set them on top of the change machine. And I put a small note that said something along the lines of free quarters for your laundry. Please pay it forward in some way. Now, someone mentioned, what if someone were to just walk into the laundromat and like steal the entire bag? And Nate has kind of talked about, what do you do when you see homeless people? How do you try to help them? Stuff like that. Because it's like, if you give them money, what if they go out and spend it on something that you don't really approve? Stuff like that. But it's kind of same thing. What if someone goes to the laundromat and just takes the entire bag of quarters? Because then it's not helping people like it was originally planned to be. The way I've always seen it when you try to do these good deeds is at least you're trying. Like, you're putting some positivity out in the world. And really, you don't know. Maybe someone does take that bag. But maybe the person that takes that bag of $20 worth of quarters, $30 worth of quarters, maybe they're struggling to pay for food right now. Just for sake of example, like, you never really know what anyone's going through. So at least by you going out and you doing these good deeds, like, you're just putting more positivity in the world. And another thing I wanted to talk about on this live stream is, a lot of people are always seeing like these videos where people are going out and they're doing these kinds of things. And I know not everybody approves them. Lots of people are like, you're not doing it for the right reasons because you're filming yourself and whatnot. But I also see it in a different way. I see Nate's comment over here. I like that idea, but I would do smaller amounts over time. I did think about that. I did think about it, but maybe, probably next time. Probably next time I will do smaller amounts at a time, just over time. Um, but yeah, I know a lot of people, they're like, you're not doing it for the right reasons. The way I see it, though, is a lot of us, when you watch the news, a lot of the news is just constantly negative. At, I want to see positive things. I don't want to. I don't want to watch the news and see a giant list of negative stuff about how the world's this or the world's that or this or that. Like, I'm not saying the news is not important, but I want to see some positivity. Let's spread that positivity. Let's help others feel positive. And some people talk about like how they have lost hope in humanity and stuff like that. Like, at least doing like you're showing positivity, and you never know. The way I see it is if I do a video like tonight's and I inspire one person to go out to a laundromat and do some smaller amounts at several laundromats, like if I inspire one person to go do that, that's a win on my book because like again, you never know. A small act of kindness, this is one of my favorite quotes. A small act of kindness can create a giant ripple effect. You never really know what your small act may do to somebody else. And with me, one of my biggest dreams has always been to go to space. But outside of that, for as long as I can remember, the one thing I've always wanted to do with my life is just make a positive impact. Make as many people happy as I can for as long as I can. And when I was a child, I used to think, like, making a positive impact and changing the whole world, that's a really big task. That's a really, really hard thing to do. But, you know, doing a small deed, it might not change the entire world per se, but it might change the entire world for one person. For someone who, talking about the 22 veterans a day, by donating to that charity, it might help a veteran and it changes their entire world. So I like to stress, outside of living your life to the fullest and making the most of every single day, I like to stress in this moment that an act of kindness is never too small, and every little kindness act you can do, every good deed you can do, goes a long way. Tim says, I have given money or food to people on the street that were not begging with signs. I like to do food as well. On occasion, I do money. Um, at one point, I know that Nate was asking about gas. If I see that, I do try to do gas because, again, from one nomad to another person being broke down on the road, it sucks. Whenever I see someone's broken down, I kind of just shake my head and I'm like, I've been there, I've done that, got the t shirt, do not recommend it. So my heart always goes out to someone when I see that they're broken down on the side of the road. The one guy ended up with new shoes a few days later. Going off of Tim's comment too, as a nomad, it really bugs me when people look at the homeless people and they're like, go get a job. Just go get a job. Because it's really not that easy. And as nomads, we kind of realize that because some of us are living as nomads because we want to. Like in my case, I want to live as a nomad. But there's other people out there that are living as nomads, living in their vehicles, not by choice. They just, they are homeless. See, the way I always describe it is like if you're like me and you want to live as a nomad, you want to live on the road, you're houseless. You're not homeless, you're houseless. But for some people, they really are forced into these scenarios and they are houseless. They're just trying to get by, they're trying to get back on their feet. And it's never as easy as just go get a job. Because say they they apply for a job. How do the employers contact them if they don't have a phone or a laptop or anything like that? Say they are able to be contacted. What happens if they don't have new shoes or the cleanest or nicest clothing? Like, another thing, as a nomad, I have experienced this firsthand. Lots of places require you to have a bank account. To have a bank account, you need to have a street address. As a nomad, it was so difficult for me to try to find a way around that because I couldn't use family members and I couldn't use their addresses. I know a lot of nomads do that, but for me, that was not an option. And for many, many banks, they require you to give them a street address to open an account. And many employers require you to have a bank account in order to have a job. So that's my little rant on that there. Again, I always, when I see people trying to give them money and stuff again, at least you're doing it. You're putting the positivity out there. If they want to go and buy something that, not new shoes, if they want to go buy something you're not approving, I mean, at least you tried. You gave them a chance. And what happens after that is completely up to that person. Lucky says, I like your style, Kobe. I have always been a pay it forward person, even before it was cool. I just rarely talk about it, if ever. And that's how I always was too, Lucky. I always was that way. And that's why I haven't ever created a video like this until now. Because it's just kind of like, I don't like to be like, I did this, I did that. It's kind of like I just like to put the positivity out there and know that I'm making an impact, and hopefully the person I'm impacting, they feel inspired. But hey, the fact that I have a YouTube channel and stuff like that, it's just, why not post these videos? And if it helps one person, if it inspires one person, it's absolutely worth it. If people want to hate on it, hey, he's posting about this, saying he donated this, he did that. If it's helping people, whatever. Say what you want. That's how I feel, at least. At least it's inspiring and it's helping other people, and that's all that matters to me. This guy needed new shoes. They were new for him. And see, that's the other thing. As a nomad, as for someone who's homeless, stuff like that, you really appreciate those little things. It doesn't need to be top of the line. You really, at least in my case, you don't take things for granted as much because you're a little more, it kind of sounds bad, but it's like simple. You're living a little more of a simple lifestyle. Like, I just saw a post the other day. Someone was complaining about the van life, saying being a nomad is the worst thing ever. And then she went on to talk about how she missed having a really big kitchen. Now, if you're someone who wants a really big kitchen, I'm not saying there's anything bad against that or anything like that. But yeah, maybe living as a nomad is not the life for you, because having a really big kitchen is something really hard to do when you live on the road. It loses its meaning when someone brags about it. There are exceptions to that, which isn't actually bragging, but unfortunately, most of the time, that's exactly what it becomes. And that's really why I haven't posted much, Lucky. I'm trying to find a really good way to balance that type of thing, because lots of the money that you guys give me, yes, it does go into the business and it does help me go to visiting Yellowstone National Park and stuff like that. It absolutely does. I will be the first to admit it. I use some of that money for me and my business. I will say that. But also, I mean, just because this is a big YouTuber, and I know some of you might groan or roll your eyes here, Mr. Beast, though, I absolutely love his freaking channel. And that's where, like, when I did this when I did this interview for the job here at the college, they asked me what my 5-year plan was. I said I really don't have a 5-year plan. I have a 10-year plan, though. I hope in 10 years I'll be in my 30s. I hope at that point I will have a business and the channel and everything growing really strong where I can live on the road and kind of do the stuff and see the things. Like, I want to see Sedona. I haven't been to Sedona. So for example, I want to be able to go live on the road and see Sedona. But I also want to be able to be like, hey, you know what? I got an extra $500. I'm going to go help somebody out. I want to tip $100 to a waitress because my mom was a waitress when I was growing up. Or I want to donate $100 to a dishwasher because that's the first job I ever did. But it is very, very tricky because how do you post it in an inspirational way without really bragging about it? And also, again, you guys are helping me do this. Your donations, buying my merch, buying my novel, this stuff, it's not just me. Like, if I will brag for a second here. This is not because of me. This is because of you guys. And I am very proud to say that I have a group of people that are just genuinely good people, from just even helping people out. Nate on his last live stream, hey, go check this channel out, guys. They're almost to 1,000 subscribers. From giving money to people that are homeless to even Debbie, like, just please hit the like button, like, all this stuff. The fact that there's a group of people that watch my channel that are that amazing, I will brag for that. This stuff is all thanks to you guys. Still need to figure out how to purchase that. So what are you thinking, Lucky? The novel is what you're looking at, or some of my clothing? The the physical novel, I do believe, for anyone interested, it should be on livingthedream.com now. Yep, the book. Okay. Yeah, the book should be on Living the Dream now. It is a paperback copy, and I do have, if you're interested, I do have some clothing on there as well. But yeah, the book is mainly kind of the thing that has been selling the most. I haven't sold a lot of clothing, but yeah, the book is a paperback, and for anyone who does purchase it right now, for anyone lucky, anyone else that is excited about it, wants to purchase it, what I'm doing is the next 10 people that buy it, I'm going to autograph it, I'm going to sign it, but I'm also going to give a postcard in the book, because I have so many postcards that I've collected over the last 2 years traveling that I was going to use for Patreon. And I don't have a lot of people on my Patreon. Actually, I have nobody on Patreon right now, but besides that point, I I have a bunch of postcards, way too many postcards actually. So the next 10 people that do buy the book, I will sign it, and I will give you a postcard from somewhere that I've traveled to. So I am going to take a time out here from kind of talking away and ranting away, and I'm going to set up the giveaway tool. Let me share the screen here. Wow, that's horrible. I'm going to go and remove this. I'm pulling a Nate now. Thank you for sharing the link, Nate. The endless tunnel is what I just showed on the screen by accident. I got to stop sharing my first screen. I got to share the second screen so you guys can see the giveaway tool. So that is the word of the night. Very fitting. Charities. That is going to be our word of the day. So go ahead, everybody, and put charities in chat. I'll give a couple minutes for that, and we will do the first drawing, where the main winner gets $100 for the charity of their choice. And then we will do a drawing again for a second winner, with the second charity getting $50 of their choice. So we got 3 entries so far from Nate, Debbie, and Linda. We got Lucky coming in for the 4th entry. Just make sure I have 13 people I see watching right now. I'm not sure how many people want to. Tim's entered. Just want to make sure I give everybody enough time here. So while we're waiting on that, yep, basically doing the laundromat. Another one I wanted to share with you guys, McDonald's. McDonald's is everywhere. I'm not a big person for McDonald's. I think their food is I'm a big fan of In-N-Out. Their food seems a little bit more fresh for a, cheaper price. Hey, Troy is in and he is entered. Thank you for tuning in. So, McDonald's, you can find those all over the country. Heck, you can find them all over the world. If you're up early in the morning, I used to work there, and you always get a group of elderly people who come in for their coffees. Coffee is okay. Hold on, time out here. Lucky, what a burger! I can't do it. I just can't. My dad says the same thing. It is the best burger in the country. My dad swears by it. But I have had Whataburger 3 times now. I even tried it from a different location than the first 2 times because I thought maybe it was just the location. But I do not like it. It seems like the burger is just so thin and there's not much flavor to it. That was actually, I gotta do, your dad is absolutely correct. You and my dad on that one. Whataburger, I'm gonna shock you right now. Whataburger is like very, very bottom of my list. I actually put McDonald's and Burger King above Whataburger. Chipotle burger all the way. Okay, Nate, I have not tried one of those. I'll have to try that. But now I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm having a brain fart. So let's go ahead and just do the entries. I'm not seeing anyone else entering anymore. We do have 6 entries. That's not a thing. Well, I don't know. I don't eat Chipotle usually. I mean, it's gotta be a thing. I could see it as like a secret menu thing because they build burritos there. I know that much. I haven't ate there, but so let's go ahead. Okay, Traveling Mike comes in last second. Perfect. Getting those entries in. Anyone else want to get those entries in quick? I'm going to do the first drawing here in about 10 seconds. Camp maintenance guy comes in. Perfect. Okay, we are going to go ahead. This is going to be for the main winner. The charity of your choice is going to get $100. Let's see who it is. Linda. So Linda, let me throw my email up here just in case you don't feel comfortable. If you want, you could email me the charity of your choice. Otherwise, feel free to put it in chat. If you don't feel like sharing it in chat, though, you don't need to. Send me an email, and I will donate $100 to whatever. Oh, yes, she did. Thank you, Nate. Can you guys tell that I'm not used to these live streams? I am just all over the place. But yes, congrats to Linda. I will donate it to the food bank. I'm actually going to take my phone right now and take a picture of that comment so I absolutely remember it, and I will do that as soon as I get off of this live stream tonight. $100 to the food bank. For a second, I thought it was going to land on Nate, not going to lie. And I was going to be like, I swear, guys, this is not rigged. I swear. I was somewhat panicking. Not that Nate can't win. He can. But don't want it to seem rigged since he's the one that sent everyone over. So, draw again. We have 9 entries. If there is anyone over here. Linda, is that... Let me take a second here before we do the second drawing. Is that the food bank? Is that the correct food bank that you want to donate it to? Is that the final answer? Is that your charity of choice for the $100 tonight? I just want to absolutely make sure, because I want to make sure it's going to whatever charity means the most to you. Okay. I've had to trim back my donations to them lately because money is tight. I will go ahead and I will donate $100 for you to them. I am going to do that as soon as this live stream is over. We have one here, Debbie. I haven't been to it in years. It's only a couple miles from my house. Okay, talking about Chipotle. Have never been there. Leave it to Nate to tell me there's a burger there. I'm going to somehow figure out that there is a burger there. Just kind of prove Nate wrong. Now I'm on a mission. So second winner tonight, we're going to do $50 to charity of your choice. Land Cloud Adventures. So Nate, I know you had quite a few in mind. You can email me, or if you want, please just put it down in chat, and that's what I was waiting for. Yep. Speaking of it, I swear it is not rigged. He might have showed me how to do the giveaways, but it is not ranked. Since a food bag got the first one, let's go with the 22 a day. Okay, I will take a picture of that, and I will do that. 22 a day. I will donate $50 to 22 a day for Nate as the second winner. And you know what, guys? I'm just going to say screw it here. Not a problem, Linda. Thank you, guys. Thank all of you, because you are why you are making this happen. I'm going to go ahead and say screw it, though. We're going to do one more drawing. One more. We're going to do another $50 drawing. We're going to see who gets that last drawing, and we'll call it a night here. So, last winner of the night, give a drum roll. Our third final lucky winner for a charity of your choice to win $50 is going to be Lucky. So, I know Lucky wanted to do 22 a day. If you want to do 22 a day still, I'll donate them $100 if that's between you and Nate, if you guys want to do that, or if there's another one lucky, if you want to pick. Thank you, Nate. Kobe, if you do donate to them, please do it in my baby brother's name, Justin. I will do that. I will do that, Lucky. I will take a picture of your comment right now, and I will do that. So, do you want me to donate $50 to them on behalf of you as well, Lucky, just to confirm. You know, Troy, I often think the same thing, too. Okay, I'm okay with combining it if Nate is, or that is my choice. Nate, you fine with doing that too? Do you want to change your charity at all? Yep, make it $100 to them in memory of Justin. Okay, I will do that then. We will do $100 to the food bank and $100 to 22 a day. And again, big thank you to everyone who supports me on this channel, to everyone wishing me a happy birthday, to Nate's helping me get this set up, from just the giveaway to the live stream, to just big thank you to everyone all around. I hope they're good. I hope they're good tears, Lucky. Have a great birthday. It has been a great birthday, Tim. Thank you. I actually went out skiing again for the second time today. I landed 2 jumps. I'm sorry, I'm going to brag again because I'm so proud of myself on this. I landed 2 jumps today, and I managed to go in between some pine trees. So, like, you know, I'm learning. I am learning quick. I am a skier. But yes, an awesome, great birthday to be able to do this because of you guys, to be able to share my birthday with you guys. This, I haven't been able to be on the road, but there's no other way I'd rather spend my day today. Wonderful live stream. Thank you again, Colby. Thank you, Debbie. Happy birthday, and go enjoy your cake. I am definitely going to eat in, and I am not going to shove it on my face again. I know my sister is still probably laughing about that, and I am never going to hear the end of it. And I have 4 sisters. So the fact that one sister did this for this live stream, oh my god, I can't. Oh, I already know you guys are probably going to get more of a show in the future. Justin's angelversary is the 26th of this month. Prayers, good vibes for the angelversary this month, Lucky. Kobe, don't forget to send me your poke cake flavor choice. Well, Lucky, and actually anyone, I have a slight challenge here. As Nate has been saying lately, to be a good human, if anyone, for those of you who have already bought my book, for those who aren't interested in the clothing, please go out in honor of my birthday today. Doesn't have to be today, but this month, I challenge you, please, this month, go out and do one good deed. So, Lucky, instead of sending me a second poke cake, because I don't need a second one, as much as I love it, I want to make a positive impact. I want others to make a positive impact. So, thank you again, Nate, for sharing that link. And thank you, Lucky. Please let me know what you think of the book. I'm actually planning a second one soon. So I love writing. Absolutely love writing. But that is my challenge to all of you. Please go out and try to do some good deed. It doesn't have to be $100. It doesn't even have to be a money donation. Call someone you haven't talked to in a while. Check in on them. Just something positive. Spread that positivity, guys. Thank you all again for everything you guys continue to do. And I hope you all have a great night. As always, I'll see you all on the next adventure.